Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today we're going to be looking at research and development, or R&D. As I do in each one of these fundamental analysis tutorial videos, I will give you the definition and then we'll go on to look at some examples and a little more insight into it. Research and development is the activity that a business chooses to conduct with the intention of making a discovery that can lead to the development of new products, improve existing products, or discover new procedures. Research and development is one of the means by which a business can find future growth. Research and development costs can be found on a company's income statement. Here we are looking at the income statement for Heinz Company, and you can see that down here below the operating expenses we have research and development. Not every company is going to have anything actually being invested into research and development. On average, most companies spend only a small percentage of their revenue on research and development. Usually, on the average, that's under 5%. However, some companies, like pharmaceutical companies, will spend quite a bit more than other companies will be spending. So that's important to take note of. Okay, here we are looking at the income statement for Intel. Ticker symbol's INTC. I'm on Yahoo Finance getting this information, but you can find this information anywhere. As I say in all these videos, you can find this information on Google Finance, Yahoo Finance. Your discount brokers will have the information, and you'll also be able to find all this information in the statements from the companies that you're actually investing in, such as their annual reports and so forth and so on. Here you'll see in Intel, you can look at the operating expense on the income statement. You'll see research and development, and there's a consistent large figure here. It's actually very important to take note of. When a company like Intel, of course, they're going to have to keep pouring money into their research and development, otherwise their products will become obsolete. Some investors consider high research and development costs as a positive sign, an indication that the company is investing into its own future. Sometimes this is true, but be sure to determine whether the company has high research and development because it wants to or because it needs to, simply to keep up with its competition. In the former case, view it as an investment, but in the latter case, you want to view it as an operating expense. Think about it this way. This is one of the details that you need to really think about when you look at research and development. If you have a company that looks like a really good fundamental value investment or something, and it has, like, you could look looking at Intel, for example, has come up on my radar a few times as being a really good, strong value investment. The catch to that, though, is that if they stop spending this money in research and development, the company would become obsolete. So this is an expense that they can't end. And that's why you consistently see it on its income statement. So that's something to take note of whenever you're looking at the companies. You got to ask yourself: is this company investing because it's trying to grow its business, or is it investing just to keep up with the current market? And that's an important difference between those two scenarios. If you take a drug company and they have invested in their research and development and developed a new drug, they may be the best company in the world for the next 7 years, but sooner or later their patent will expire. At that point, they will no longer be the greatest company on the planet. Someone else could come along and create a better drug or a better procedure for dealing with something. And these are issues that you need to think about as a long-term investor. Is the company a great company by itself, or is it just some little patent that it has, or some little breakthrough in research and development? Look at Microsoft. At one point, everybody loved the company because of its research and development, and now it's kind of obsolete. People are like, yeah, Microsoft is great then, but what's the next best thing? So there's a big difference between the money that's going into research and development and why it's going into it. Also, if you have a company that's constantly pouring money into research and development, like you see with Intel, every time they make a breakthrough, they have to turn around and alter and increase the selling, general, and administrative expense. For example, their sales programs would change, so all of a sudden all their advertising had to be redone. Everything that they come out that's brand new is going to change and increase the selling, general, and administrative expenses. So that's another way of looking at that. It's not just a positive sign because some company invests in research and development. There's a reason behind why they're doing it, and you need to know that reason. And now you know. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.